I'm Lisa Redfern, and this is Gingersnap, episode 49. Can you believe it, Scott?
You just threw that on the bed like you didn't care.
I do care. We have a special edition this time. I'm here with my big brother, Scott Redfern, and he is a painter, a fine art painter and sculptor and Finnish carpenter and really old skateboarder and stuff. Sorry.
Really old.
Stuff like that.
The oldest old skateboarder.
The oldest skateboarder in the world.
And a father.
And a father.
And a husband.
And a husband. And a brother.
Anyway.
Okay. So Scott Redfern. So this is Gingersnap. This is a conversation and a cookie with a creative Mainer. And we're at my house because Scott was visiting. And we could be in his studio, but that's not going to work out.
I have no idea what Avery's doing right now.
His son is, we don't know where he is,
idea.
but that's okay. Yeah.
Playing or something.
Scott, tell us a little bit about your show coming up in Camden.
The month of September at Zoot Coffee in Camden features Scott Redfern's artwork.
Sorry, I had to turn the volume up.
Lately been painting plein air.
What?
Plein air, painting outdoors.
Yes, I know what it is.
The French easel. It's been going back to oil paints, and it's been quite an adventure, actually. The beginning of the painting, each painting is just like pretty terrifying, and then it kind of evens out, and I think I like what I did pretty well. So
Nice.
the whole month of September at Zoot Coffee in Camden.
That's on Elm Street in Camden.
Yes, can't miss it. Big
Can't
red
miss it.
sign.
Zoot.
Zoot Coffee.
So you've mostly would have been considered an abstract expressionist, right? If you had to get, like.
Yeah, for many years I did that, and
You do whatever you want.
I did whatever I want. It was abstract, figurative there for a while, and I ran out of things I wanted to say about that, and went back to nature. So
Cool. So Scott Redfern, I know the answer to this, but when did you first come to Maine?
About 1975 with you.
Yeah.
And some car,
Some parents.
some parents.
So just to prove that we really are siblings, I'm gonna. Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah.
See this picture?
I'm on that
don't
side.
We look
I'm on that side.
Don't
That's
we look?
Lisa.
We should try and recreate that.
Maybe not.
Okay. So do you know? Why do you stay in Maine? Why did you come back to Maine, and why do you stay?
California was really hot.
Okay.
No, it just seemed like I met my now wife, Lisa Jean, and we started looking around at houses and we couldn't buy anything. So we thought, let's go to Maine and buy a house.
It's really about economy.
It's about the economy. And no, I mean, Maine is just, it's home. And I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's just incredibly beautiful. And, winters are long, but somehow when winter comes along, you're ready for it. You're not ready for it to continue into March. You are.
You're ready for that.
You're ready for it when it comes. I don't know.
Yeah, and so Scott and I also have a younger sibling, Amy, and she's also in Maine. So we're all here, and it's nice to have everybody back.
Yeah, we get together once a year.
Yeah.
So let's say a couple of years.
Not true. Scott, do you know your first word?
Carcome.
Carcome?
I saw cars and I liked them a lot, and I wanted them to
them.
come to me. So I think that's what Mom said. I said carcome.
Carcome.
Or car coming. Or
Car coming, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was because I was at the edge of the lawn and she said there's a car coming. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But, anyway.
Get out of the way.
There is a car coming.
So my first word was cookie because Mom wrote it in my baby book. I don't know if she wrote yours in your baby book. But anyway, so that's part of the reason we have cookies.
Don't spill.
Cookies! So these are from Isabella's Cafe and Bakery right here in Freeport down the road. Scott wanted a chocolate chip cookie. This is a molasses bacon. They're incredible. I think you should have a little bit of both.
Sure.
Even though we just had corn blueberry pancakes that Peter made, which were really, really great. That's the molasses bacon.
I'll just have this for now. Thanks. Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm going to have a little tiny bit. Scott was the one who said, "You're not going to chew cookies like on the little podcast, are you?" And I said, "Uh-huh."
So now you have to talk and give me a minute so I can...
Yeah, okay. I feel like I look, even though I'm younger, I feel like I look so much bigger in this screen.
Anyway, I can't go up too much because I'll get out.
Get your head cut
The
off.
top
Okay.
of my hairdo will get out of camera.
Yeah, be careful. So, Scott, was there a car? Was there a car in your childhood that if you could get back, you would?
In my childhood, I think the French Citroen that Dad borrowed for a while.
I don't remember that one.
The steering wheel had one piece that came up and held the steering wheel.
Like a knob?
And I thought that was fascinating. Now it had just one piece. There wasn't two or three prongs that hold whatever you call it. But the seats were very comfortable, and it didn't look like anyone else's car, and but it didn't run very well because it was an old French car, so nobody knew how to fix it.
It did not run very well.
Anyway, that's the car
that you'd get back.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I
was-
thought you were going to say
That was very cool.
your little blue car at Cape Cod.
No, well, that was just a toy, but I do still see that color blue on cars and motorcycles, and I kind of have a little heart palpitation. So.
It was in a treasure chest that Dad buried at Cape Cod Beach, and then it got lost, and we spent all day
Something like that.
looking for it. It was sad. No, I remember your sadness.
You were really crying?
Just now?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were really crying. Anyway. I was like, you're very sensitive.
I am sensitive,
Okay.
but I wasn't crying just then. Give me a minute. I probably will about something else.
Next question.
Do you have okay, I love books. I know you love books. We often recommend books to one another, but for the ether audience out there, are there a couple books that you like really want to highly recommend?
I don't know about... Well, yeah, I do recommend Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance is something I start to read. I get most of the way through. Every few years. It's very cerebral, and but I think what I like about it is the first part of that book. It's about a man and his son who take a motorcycle trip and with a friend, and something about the pace of that. It's like it puts you in that road trip adventure mode, and they're very beautiful moments in that book.
I remember Dad reading that or having it at his bedside table.
Yeah. Oh boy, another book that a new book, Boys in the Boat, is what I just read.
Oh, that's the one you told me about.
The 1936 8-man rowing team from Washington State, or Washington University, I'm not sure. But that is a beautiful book. There's one character, Joe Rance, who the book partially centers on he and his girlfriend, and it's just it just happens right after the Dust Bowl or that's going on,
and 30s
depression, it's just but that whole that's a great story. It's a very American story.
Okay, so there's a couple good recommendations for y'all out there. Okay, moving on to music, something that you and I both share a passion for. I think when we were growing up, we both kind of affected each other's interests and infected each other's interests in music. If you could point to a couple albums that have been like a touchstone for you in your life, which, if you had to choose a couple?
Well, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. That was something I played and a few albums around there, Pink Floyd, and oh, you're making a jiggle.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know why I'm coming back to Neil Young so much lately. Decade, that sort of compilation thing, but not really. It's
great songwriting.
It's great songwriting. Gosh, I do have a CD in my car all the time for when I want things to get loud.
When you drop Avery off at school or something, you need to rock out.
Yeah. It's a band from the Bay Area called Galactic. It's called Around the Block, I think. I can't believe I don't know the title, but
I can't believe you don't know.
The first 2 or 3 songs there, especially the first 2, it's very current, and it's it's not my experience, obviously, but it's the Black inner city experience, and the songwriting and the way they sound is great. Nobody sounds like that, and it just gets to the heart of it, what they're trying to say.
Cool. Okay. Okay, you got to quit clicking that little tin cup on that chair.
Sorry.
Sheesh. Okay, Scott Redfern. If a movie was made, quit it. If a movie was made about your life, what genre would it be? And who would you like to have them cast as you? And who do you think they'd cast as you? Or you can answer either of those questions.
It would be an action movie, definitely. Sly Stallone definitely would play me. No. Steve Martin would play me. It would be an artsy comedy.
An artsy action adventure comedy?
Yeah. Like...
I like it.
Skateboarding through...
Steve Martin skateboarding
into
through museums.
Or something. And
that's a great idea.
I don't know.
There could be paintings.
He did that already. Steve did that.
Right, but there could be paintings like inside, like a skateboard park, and you could skate around. They could paint on the floor of the, what do you call it, the bowl? Well,
I've always wanted to paint a skateboard park. But...
Well, there you go.
Hey, anybody want to give me a skate park to paint? I'll do it.
Okay, so how do people get a hold of you if they? Is there any way for anyone to get a hold of you? He's kind of like not technologically up to speed.
My sister Amy did a little website.
She did?
For me. Yes. www.scottredfern.com.
Since when? Thanks,
recently.
Aim. Oh,
we haven't worked on it yet, but there are some new and older
Is it up?
Images.
Is it like live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So go to scottredfern.com. I'm the last to know. Middle child, I didn't even know.
I believe it should work.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. So go to Zoot.
We need to work on it.
Yeah, go to Zoot in Camden on Elm Street from September 1st to September 30th.
Is this over?
It's almost over. But you're welcome to share anything else, any other observations on life in general.
No, I guess I've been gingersnapped.
How do you feel?
I feel kind of elated and
glad it's over.
No, I don't know.
You didn't mention
it's a certain knowing that this is going out to potentially hundreds of people.
Hopefully thousands.
It should. Two people agree this is a very good.
Two people
video.
Agree this was really fun.
I took that from someone. Actually, that's not mine.
No, don't. Yeah. You can take credit for that.
She'll know who it. She'll know her.
So when you mentioned music, you didn't say anything about this singer-songwriter in Maine, Lisa Redfern.
She's really good. I think she's excellent. I should have mentioned Tom Waits.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna mention Tom.
Kind of goes without saying,
but then you have to say it.
You have to say it.
Okay, so I'm Lisa Redfern. This is Scott Redfern, my much older brother. No, not really.
Slightly older.
And we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another guest. And if you know a creative Mainer that you think I should interview, then just let me let me know. You can get a hold of me at lisa@lisaredfern.com if you want to know more about my music. And I'll be playing a couple band gigs in September with Happiness to Burn with Jenny Van West, Andy Happel, and Jonathan Cooper. And you can look those up at lisaredfern.com. All right. Thank you. You've been Gingersnap. This is Gingersnap episode 49, and I think that's it. Okay. This has been Gingersnap.